It's been a while.
It has. It's been.
I do feel like we should explain to people why it has been so long. Then.
Yeah, I lost the lung.
I'd say you lost a wallet.
Yeah, I lost the wallet.
You lost a lot of money.
Will to live.
Yeah. Sleep.
Sleep.
Social life.
Yeah.
Gym.
Yeah, just any freedom.
And why is that, Mike?
We had a baby.
Big congratulations to Mike on his baby.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Sunday League Effect. For those of you that have forgotten about us, we are here. We are still making content. We don't have any time. I have decided to give away any free time, any freedom that I have by having our fourth child.
Yeah.
Which of course I'm super over the moon about. Not the giving up my time, but about having a baby. And he's happy. Well, he's not happy. He's a miserable sod, but he's healthy.
He's healthy,
and he's here.
And he's better looking than you already. So
yeah, that's true. More hair than me as well.
Yeah, definitely more hair. Yeah. I mean, that's not hard.
But welcome back, guys, to anyone who is back after our long hiatus. Is that the word?
Sabbatical.
Hiatus,
yeah,
hiatus, yeah. That's what I was trying to think of. And anyone new around here, please do like and subscribe.
We are going to start making a bit more content. We're also going to make a bit more outside of the studio content as well.
It's really hot in here, so when the summer months come, I don't feel like sweating.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sweating already.
Yes. Plus, content will just be be easier to make out and about.
Yeah, of course. Obviously the football season is over, so we are going to go over that a little bit.
I'm so happy it's over.
Oh, God, what an awful season.
Yeah, try being a West Ham fan.
I'm a Watford fan. For us, we're just happy to sort of, whenever we get some sort of consistency. That's all we want is consistency at the moment. I mean,
consistency is key in anything.
Yeah, I'm not speaking for every Watford fan, because there are some that are really doolally and think that we should be promoted and we should be...
I was watching I obviously watched the Championship playoff final. Congratulations to Sunderland, back where they belong probably.
Yeah, good game as well.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't that good. It was.
It was amazing, but
it was good because Sheffield United didn't go up. In my opinion, yeah. And I was listening to Talk Sport maybe the day before, and it was a 40-year season ticket holder, Sheffield United fan, and he was saying how he didn't want his team to go up. And now, on the face of it sounds really stupid and naive from any Premier League fan looking. Why wouldn't you want to come to the Premier League? Apart from the obvious reasons you're going to lose more. But he said it as simply as that. He goes, why would I want to get promoted? Because when we get promoted, when teams like Sheffield United, Southampton get promoted, the first thing they look at is get to 12 points, get to Derby's record.
Yeah.
That's not an enjoyable season.
No,
so if you think about it logically, if you're not a powerhouse coming up, so likelihood is when Birmingham and Wrexham eventually do go up to the Prem, if it's in the next couple of years, they're going to have a massive financial backing to be able to gamble to stay up.
They can buy those bigger players and things like that.
But if you're Burnley, Ipswich, Leicester even, Southampton, you're going to really struggle just to get by and to get to the point total that you need to stay up. If you look at the season this year, Tottenham lost, I think it was either 21 or 22 games, which is outrageous. The first time in Premier League history a team's lost that amount and stayed up. And they were still 10 points clear.
Yeah.
So the gap is massive.
And you could see that towards the second half of the season. You could see how quickly that...
Well, Man United and Tottenham from Christmas stopped playing Premier League games.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't much better in Europe, but they got there.
Yeah.
So they completely threw all their eggs into that basket and were able to because they knew...
that they weren't going down because the quality levels are so different from the Championship to the Premier League now, and they're growing year by year. We've said it before.
Yeah.
And I do feel that you are going to need, like you say, a powerhouse to come up, be able to gamble all that big money on it, because they'll be allowed to spend more, they'll be able to offer
you need a solid foundation, you need a good manager, good coaches, and a solid young team. You might be able to struggle with a load of experience, but how long is that going to last if you do get there?
I mean, you need someone to do another Nottingham Forest, really, don't you?
Come in, consolidation,
buy loads of players. So
they bought two teams essentially.
Yeah, because then at least that way you've got players to sell, players to loan out and get better, like your younger players and stuff. But you've actually got some Premier League players that will help you stay in the league.
Yeah, a little bit of experience in the league. Yeah,
because then you mix them in with your your current championship team. But you send out your younger players that are less experienced in the Prem to get more experience, either in the championship or abroad. And then that way, you know that when they come back,
they're ready.
They're going to be ready, and you can sell on your bigger Premier League players because you're going to need to.
And they always say it's creating an ecosystem almost where you're self-sustaining, and that's the problem that Nottingham Forest have a massive foundation because it's Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Sunderland have a massive foundation because it's Sunderland. Leeds have a massive foundation because it's Leeds. So those are the type of teams that may be able to do it, but it's still going to be incredibly difficult for Leeds and Sunderland to stay up.
Well, this is it. You've got obviously Leeds struggled. What was it? 2 seasons ago they were up in the Prem.
Who?
Leeds. Was it last season?
No, season before. I think they've been down 2. And
obviously they've gone down. And they've even struggled to come back up, and they are a powerhouse. I mean,
the Championship's one of the hardest leagues in the world.
Yeah,
most competitive leagues.
It is the most competitive.
Like literally anyone could beat anyone. You saw it. Luton didn't lose that many players. Went straight down. Double relegations, which I know you're buzzing about.
Absolutely.
But that's a team that we thought for periods the season before last were going to stay up.
Yeah, they looked like they were going to send them.
They lost a couple of players. Obviously, they lost Ross Barkley, which is a massive loss for them.
Yeah, because he was so important to them in their Prem season.
But 1 or 2 players aren't going to have that much of a knock-on effect if the levels are as big as what we thought.
Yeah, this is it, and it's good. And that's one of the good things about the Championship. Is the fact that it's so competitive, and I can understand why, as a Sunderland fan, you actually don't want to go up because you know that you're good.
Sheffield United, not Sunderland.
Sheffield United.
But any fan,
yeah, you don't want to go up because all you're going to do is you're going to go up. You're going to watch your team lose 9 times out of 10, and
it costs 4 times as much to get to places.
This is it, and it's like everything goes up. Costs goes up. Even the players, like you want to see any decent players for your team, they have to pay more money, which means you lose some of your, I don't know, hardened in-team players, like your not legends, but like your long-standing players, because they're not good enough for the Prem. Whereas in the Championship,
you see it all the time.
You keep them.
You see it all the time. Like players that have been at a club for so long just aren't good enough, and then they get moved on. So moving aside from the waffling, we have got a little bit of a format for you. We're going to go through our team of the season.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the manager of the season. Obviously, it was Arnie Slot got voted manager of the season.
Yeah.
Wanted to talk to you a little bit about anyone you felt might be a little bit hard done by, should have been in consideration.
Yeah.
There's some nominations out for player of the season. Again, any players you think should be in there. And lastly, we're going to hopefully go through my predictions, which I did on my own beginning of last season, to see how I got on. And I'll tell you something for nothing, it's not great.
I look forward to that.
It's not that bad. There's like two shockers, but then saying that, they're only shocking because of the season that we had.
To be honest, the whole season was shocking. But I mean, the whole season
is mental. The last game of the season, the only thing to play for was top 4.
Yeah,
like I don't care about that. No. If you're not a fan of those clubs, you don't care.
I mean, you'd be more interested. I mean, as a West Ham fan, you're more thinking if it's a relegation battle last game of the season, it makes the game a little bit more.
I watched the West Ham game. Obviously, I'm going to watch the West Ham game anyway. But normally, if there's something else going on, I'd either dual screen it or maybe not even watch.
Depending on if the West Ham game's a nothing game, you might watch the playoff. Not playoff final, but like last game of the season, who's going to win the league?
It's not always the league, but the relegation battle for me was so poor.
It was done by what, December?
Yeah, not long after the New Year.
Yeah,
it was all but confirmed.
So overall, as a package deal, the Premier League was pretty poor this season.
It's not always the league, but the relegation battle for me was so poor.
It was done by what, December?
Yeah, not long after the New Year.
Yeah,
it was all but confirmed.
So overall, as a package deal, the Premier League was pretty poor this season.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of interest in it.
I did as well, and for the first time in ages, I've flipped my opinion on the best league in the world. It's not the best league in the world. No. It's the most competitive.
It's the most watched.
Yep, it has the most money.
Is it?
But it's not the best league.
No. It's got. Don't get me wrong. It's got the best players.
No, it doesn't though.
Well, it's got some of the best players.
Got some good players.
Yeah.
Some excellent players. That's on the right. I need to change the colour of that. No,
that's fine.
I look ill. But yeah, it's got it's a naive sentiment to claim that it's the best league in the world when you don't watch any other football.
Yeah.
All you watch is the Champions League and the Premier League.
So which
I would admit, I very rarely watch your German football, your French football, and your Spanish football. I do occasionally.
This is the thing. To England, to everyone, English fans, the Premier League is up there as one of the best leagues in the world. To fans from outside watching in, that maybe only watch the Premier League, like you got all the fans in China that watch, United and City, all the big teams,
the global assets.
They're going to think that it's the best league in the world because they don't watch anything else, or the leagues that are in their countries aren't as good.
Aren't comparable.
Yeah, exactly. So that sort of gives a hard opinion that it is the best league in the world, when actually, when you compare it to some of the other leagues, yes, in things like the German league, there are a lot of teams that wouldn't get into the Prem.
Yeah.
Just because of the money and competitiveness and the teams they've got.
Yeah, they'd be left behind.
Yeah, like the Championship.
Yeah.
But at the same time, their leagues are a little bit more worth fighting for. Because you don't know. It's not,
but to be fair, the top 5 leagues are pretty clear who's either going to win or...
La Liga you've got 2 generally.
Germany, up until last year, you had 1. France, you have 1.
Yeah.
England, you have 3, 4.
The Italian league's probably not too bad.
Yeah, well, Napoli won the league this year, didn't they?
Exactly.
Beat off Inter, yeah. I didn't watch any Italian football this year.
No.
Mainly because I saw McTominay tearing it up, and I was just like, well, a bit anti-football. Must be. But the Italian league, for me anyway, it's very defensive, very tactical.
Yeah.
And...
It's like the Spanish league's very tactical, very attacking, though.
Well, it's just, yeah.
It's interesting. Football.
Everyone tries to play football in Spain.
Thank God.
Even though the teams can't, like... Southampton will probably do well in Spain. Russell Martin will do really well.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, should we get on to team of the season?
So I've gone for a 4-3-3 formation.
Yeah, standard, everyone goes 4-3, didn't they?
Yeah.
Means you get 3 attackers in.
That's it. My goalkeeper of the season, Matt Sells.
Yeah.
For Forest, 120 saves, 13 clean sheets, joint Golden Glove.
Yep.
I don't think there's much discussion there.
If I've got the same player, I'll just tell you it's the same.
As well. That's fine. Left back, Lewis Skelly for Arsenal.
Ooh.
My thinking was, he's such a young player. He got young player of the season. Well, he's been voted for it anyway. He really showed up in the big games, like in Europe, which says to me that he's a player with confidence. He's growing.
You just said in Europe. It's Premier League.
Yeah, I know. But in the Champions League, I meant.
If it's Premier League...
okay.
No, I'll give you anyway. All
right, so...
I'm being pedantic.
Okay. What I'm saying is that as a young player, he's showing that he's got confidence.
Yeah.
And he's a very good player as well. Both my centre-backs, I've chosen Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool, obviously. I've also chose Eric Kwanzaa from Aston Villa. I think he's had a great improved season this season. I think he gets better game by game for me, and I just enjoyed watching him play.
Fair enough.
Right back, Iwobi, Fulham.
Right back?
Yeah. Well, look.
He's a winger.
Right wing back. I couldn't put him up there.
I'm not having that. I mean, you put it in so you can have it, but that's outrageous. He doesn't play right back.
I know, but I just...
They've got Kenny Tete who plays right back.
Yeah, but I didn't like him as much as Kwanzaa, and I couldn't put Iwobi in anywhere else.
Alex Iwobi at right back for Fulham would be outrageous. He's had a good season, Iwobi, as a winger.
Yeah, right wing
or
back.
like a left centre midfielder. All right, come on.
Right.
Outrageous. He just put in players.
I just want to put him in.
You've got Haaland centre mid.
No, Declan Rice.
Okay.
For Arsenal. He's had a good season, I think, overall.
He's been their best player.
Absolutely. I've also gone for a CDM.
Okay.
Gravenberch.
Yep.
For Liverpool, because he's played a much more defensive role. I was just going to put him in centre mid, but I've just done that.
Yeah, he's,
Mateus Cunha. Like a attacking midfielder.
We had him as centre mid though. Again, he plays left wing.
But I put him as cam. He's a forward though, isn't he?
Yeah, like a left forward.
Look, I've got too many players that I just don't think there was enough centre mids that impressed me.
I'm surprised you put a goalkeeper in. I
was going to put a normal player in, but Haaland in goal. Although, I mean, obviously...
the thing is, before we started this, right, you had the audacity to say, I've got a right winger on the left side, but I'm going to leave it like that.
Yeah. You've
got a right back that plays left wing. A centre midfielder who plays like left forward.
Yeah, well, he can do that in cam.
Okay.
You're a forward. You play in cam.
I'm not a professional footballer that has the position labelled to me.
Don't care.
I got him.
Left wing, Bukayo Saka.
Oh my god.
So he is why I swapped him around, because I wanted to get him in. Look, I can't help it.
Just finish it.
Right wing, Mohamed Salah, obviously. Look, this is just what during my research. It's just what it came up saying that both right wing.
No, but move if you're gonna do it. Move Saka.
What's it?
Salah doesn't move. Salah's the best player in the Prem. You can't move him positions.
It literally says he's a right wing.
Yeah, I thought he said left wing.
No, it's right wing.
Okay, I apologise.
Yeah, fucking
all right.
Yeah. So I did move Saka.
My bad.
Jesus, and my striker's Isak.
Okay. Let's have a moment of silence for your team.
They're winning the league.
Okay, fair enough. I've got a couple of the same, to be honest. I've got Matt Sells in goal.
Yeah.
Joint Golden Glove. Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I could have gone Van Dijk and Konate. Van Dijk, Saliba. But I went... a
lot of people chose Saliba, though. That's why I didn't want to pick him.
My team is the team that impressed me the most. The players that impressed me the most. So my other centre-back was Milenkovic for Forest.
Okay,
For Fiorentina, he had a solid season. It could have been him or Murillo. But Milenkovic, first season in the Prem, and he is largely the reason why they were so much better.
Is he your confirmed, or was he another option?
No, he's my confirmed. So I've got Virgil van Dijk, Milenkovic. Left back, I've got Milos Kerkez at Bournemouth. Phenomenal season.
Yeah.
And an actual left back. And in right back, I've got Munoz from Fulham. No, Palace, sorry.
Okay.
He doesn't stop running. Gets goals, gets assists.
Enjoyable player to watch.
Yeah, quality in the FA Cup final as well.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, he looks like he's
up for it.
Yeah, he's always playing. He reminds me of what Soufal was the first season we got him. Obviously, Soufal's very old now.
Yeah.
And their hunger isn't there as much. But I really like those two as fullback. I think Kerkez will go Liverpool.
Fair.
In the summer. Very good option for them. Very good alternative to
Trent.
No, Robertson.
Oh.
Because they need a new left back because Robertson was poor this season. Centre mid, again, got Gravenberch just in front of the back four because he's done that phenomenally.
Well, he moved to CDM this season, didn't he, with Slot? And he's done really well there.
Yeah. Then my midfield, the other two that sit slightly in front, they have both as eights, I suppose. Got Tielemans, very good season for Villa, and Gibbs White. I was going to put Gibbs White on the left wing, but he plays in the middle for Forest, so. And I love Gibbs White. So
there's too many wingers.
There's too many wingers. There's too many. I've changed that 4 times. There was McAllister deserves a mention.
Yeah.
Caicedo at Chelsea had a very good season once he got into it.
Even Fernandes,
Bruno,
No, Enzo.
Yeah, Enzo and Bruno, to be fair.
Yeah, both. I mean, because, I picked on Enzo.
Statistically, Maddison had a very good season, even though I don't recall him having a good game. But yeah, so I think Tielemans might be on his way this summer. They didn't get Champions League. I think that's one to watch for you guys. With Villa not getting Champions League, Tielemans is now, 28, 29?
Yeah, he's got to get in there soon.
Very good season. And I think he'd be a very good signing for someone that's in the Champions League. He's a Champions League player. Front three, I've got a right winger on the left wing.
Okay.
I've got Mo Salah right wing.
Yeah.
Brian Mbeumo left wing. And Isak up front.
So I was torn between Saka and Mbeumo because obviously Saka's been injured.
That's why I went for Mbeumo.
So the reason I still stuck with Saka is just because no matter what, when he came back from his injury, you could see that he was still the shining star in the Arsenal team.
I still think he was a little bit injured. And they're going back for that PSG game.
Yeah, that was...
But they needed
him because he makes the difference.
Was it the Real Madrid game he was back for? It was Real Madrid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which they didn't need him for in the end.
No.
Actually, no, to be fair, first leg he had a very good game.
Yeah. But Declan Rice.
But yeah, so that is my team.
Who's your up front?
I've got Isak. That's our team of the season. Do let us know what you think. Let Nick know how bad his team was and that Alex Iwobi is not a left back. Also, apologies for kicking off about Mo Salah. I thought you put him on the wrong side. Yeah. I'm still not happy with Saka being on that side, but then I've done the same with Mbeumo. So we'll call that.
I can't say, I've got 2 right wings but no left wings.
Yeah. You could have just gone, what we should have done is, my front three is interchangeable.
Yeah, that would have been better.
We should have just done that and put all 3 of them. But get yours down in the comments as well. Let us know who you think should have been in team of the season for either of ours.
How many would you change from ours to fit into yours or vice versa?
Who do you think? What team do you reckon will sack their manager first next season? So it doesn't include the changes over the summer. Next season, who do you reckon's gonna get rid of their manager first? So he has to place a bet on what team?
Leeds.
Who's Leeds manager?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Daniel Farke, isn't it? Weren't they about to sack him after promotion?
Yeah. If he gets sacked in the summer, that's amazing.
Who else went up? Leeds, Burnley, and Sunderland.
Yeah, I don't think Sunderland will because they play nice football.
I don't know his name.
No,
they don't play nice football. Dull football.
They play Championship football.
Yeah, dull. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be bold and go Mikel Arteta. No, I'm not really.
Guardiola.
Who's gonna get sacked first next season?
Arne Slot.
Could you imagine? It'd be like Claudio Ranieri at Leicester wins the league and gets sacked.
And then comes to Watford and gets sacked.
There's a few managers, but I think
it'll be one of
if Ruben Amorim and Ange get backed in the summer and they start poorly, it'll be one of those two.
Yeah.
Similarly with Graham Potter. Actually, no, West Ham don't tend to sack managers that often. They really don't. It has to be really bad. But we haven't seen much improvements.
You know what?
A massive squad.
Chelsea.
Maresca.
Because I know a lot of Chelsea fans are unhappy with the way he is. Yeah,
Todd Bowley likes to do it quite a lot. I actually included the manager leaves. So sacked or leaves.
I wouldn't put it past Ange to leave.
Just to be different.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to be bold and I'm going to go Nuno.
Well,
Forest.
Forest, why?
Because did you not see the chairman walk onto the pitch?
Very good shout.
He's very
good shout.
Unapologetic and very impatient.
And very involved.
Yeah, it's a bit too
involved.
Yeah, it's a bit too involved. It's like owning a restaurant or being a chef in a restaurant, a head chef, and the general manager telling you how to fry salmon.
Yeah, literally.
So why have you
cooked that wrong?
Yeah.
Sorry, are you here doing this?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. It was odd. If you haven't seen it, I'll try and find the clip. But it was
a little while ago. But I remember
second to last game of the season.
Yeah.
But I remember that because I was quite emotional. So mine's Nuno, and yours is Maresca.
Maresca, yeah.
£400. No, I'm joking. Who do you think is going to be sacked first?
400 pennies.
Early predictions. Who's going to win the league next year? Will Liverpool do it again? Will City back? Are Arsenal ever going to get over the goat, or is it going to be someone else? What about you? What do you think?
You know what? I don't know a team, but I feel like it's going to be out of the norm. I think this season has been a real precedent of how different the Premier League could be next season. I'm gonna go bold as you did last season. I'm gonna go Forest
to win the league.
Mm-hmm. I've got him. Nuno's gonna win the league and then walk.
If that happens, I'll eat my hat.
Okay.
And on that note, boost, like and subscribe. See you
next time.
Don't know when it's gonna be, but keep an eye out.
Bye.